neighbors, great teachers. So thank you all so much for being here tonight to see the second night of our Greek Play Festival. Tonight you will see our Drama 3 performing the play. Miss Holly's Drama 3. These kids have been working so hard with Miss Holly, so I hope you really enjoy the show. I want to thank you all. Couple things. One, thank you so much for helping us have such a successful SLARTS 24. The money you help us raise is why we get to do things like this, why we get to have DB Productions, one of our families, the Tutau family, here live streaming it, so families, friends and families can see it all over, right? We are so fortunate to have it. Grandparents who live elsewhere can see their, right? So anyway, thank you all. I wanted to say, as you know, they do send us a great video. So if you want to sit back and truly just enjoy the show, you can turn your phones off and we will send you a link. We'll send a link out to all the parents that they can share. So have a great night and thank you for being here.
I on the other hand love a microphone. Although I don't allow kids to use microphones generally. Hi, I'm Miss Holly, and I am the drama teacher. We are very excited. 2 of my Drama 3 classes have been doing the same play this year. I very rarely do that. Next year I won't be doing that, but it's hard. I just want to acknowledge our musicians over here that are going to be playing for you throughout. All of the work that they have done on music has been 100% them. I take no credit for it, and they are amazing for doing this. They just did it extra on top of everything else I asked them to do. So, good clap. With a weird intermission. We had a last-minute cancellation on our intermission, so yesterday during lunch we created one. But we know you're on our side, so we're good. And I would just like to tell you a little bit about what you're going to see. Western theater was developed in ancient Greece, and these plays that you're about to see were written in about 450 BC. So if you're good at math, you know we're talking about 2,500 years ago, 2,500 years ago. So they're been around for a long time. But interestingly, the themes that you're going to experience tonight are very human and very real. And my hope with the students is for them to kind of see that and see how, hey, 2,000 years ago, people were kind of going through the same thing that people go through today. Things haven't changed that much. You're going to see IPHEGENIA, this stag, and we're all going to have what I call a moment of agreement that this is in fact a deer. Suspension of disbelief is the theatrical term. So, this deer causes all the problems. Agamemnon, the king of Argos, accidentally shoots this beautiful deer that actually is one of Artemis's babies. And she's very angry, and you're going to see a little prologue that was written by one of my former students showing you that interaction. And what happens is he shoots this deer, and she's mad, and she says, "You killed my baby, now you have to sacrifice one of your children." So the whole play of IPHEGENIA is really about him grappling with the fact that he has to sacrifice his daughter or fear the wrath of Artemis. The second play takes place 15 years later. And Clytemnestra, the queen, has killed her husband Agamemnon because she's mad about the whole sacrificing thing. So you're going to see Electra. Electra's his young daughter, and she is mad, like screams the whole play, because she wants to kill her mother. And she feels like her mother deserves to die. And the chorus agrees with her. So she is asking her brother Orestes that she gave away when Agamemnon died to save his life. He comes back, and his whole job is to murder his mother for her. So that's essentially what you're going to see this evening. Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, don't we all, have that family member? So, the Greek chorus speaks in unison, and the Greek chorus is my absolute favorite. When I go see Greek plays, which I do every year at Westminster, the Greek chorus is so powerful. The Greek chorus represents the people, the citizens, and they speak in unison. And they're not just drones or robots. They have opinions, and they give their opinions. So the chorus is really why I do Greek theater, to be fair, because I love them so much, and I love how it feels to have them all speaking at the same time. So I've talked too much, and we're going to listen to a little bit of music, and then Willow, our high priestess, over here with the beautiful crown, Willow's going to do a prayer and ask Apollo to bless this production. And then you're going to see a prologue, and then we will begin IPHEGENIA. And I really appreciate you being here and listening to me, and thank you so much.
Deity o illumination, chasticity, and the sun, advocate to poets, player o the lyre, companion to the muses, child o Leto, son o Zeus, twin o Artemis, show to me the force of music. Delphic by nature, Arbringer o true, the creator o the Pythia, God o youth and beauty and vigor, God o intellect and rationale, I beseech thee once more, illuminate for me the potency of the word. Lover of Daphne and Hyankinthos, deity of the bow and arrow, the deity of all things shining and righteous, regale me with melody on your harmonious lyre, crown me with laurels, reveal to me the art of performance. Now it is time for the drama to commence. May you, great Apollo, bestow this spectacle with fortune and adoration from the audience.
woes, for I will not change my mind.
Artemis, you have no children of your own, so you do not know what it is to love someone that deeply. I myself had my daughter Persephone taken from me, and I rarely ever have the privilege of meeting with her.
Don't bring me into this. I'm happy living my half-life in the underworld and half my life on Mount Olympus.
I am happy while you are here. Flowers will bloom, grass grows, and trees bear fruit. But as for the months you are away, as my heart is longing for you, earth suffers.
Mother, you really are so dramatic.
That stag and all the creatures on earth are much like children to me. Now this Agamemnon has killed one of them. Only in sport. He need not kill it for food, for I've seen he has wealthy, and has food to spare.
Oh, sister, your judgment is clouded. He did not know that what he did was wrong.
Artemis, what is this?
I do not know you speak, Sister Athena.
You've declared that the Greek ships will not sail, correct?
Not unless Agamemnon sacrifices his daughter in repentance for killing her stag now.
How could you have done this, Artemis? The fleet must sail on Troy if the war is to be won. The wind must be at their backs to fill the sails, or all's in vain.
That mortal should have thought about that before killing one of my stags from my forest.
Sisters, we are going in circles. We must resolve this.
There's nothing to resolve. I'm not in the wrong.
I agree with Artemis. Agamemnon must take responsibility for his actions. We cannot let him get away with destroying something so sacred.
Let us pray for all of Greece.
Let us pray for the young daughter of Agamemnon.
Poor Iphigenia, daughter of the king.
Old man, where are you? Come here instantly.
My lord Agamemnon, what do you command of me? What new plan do you have in mind?
Listen to the silence. Not a bird sings. The waves are still, and the winds are hushed.
Why do you worry so? The guards are quiet.
I envy you, old man. I am jealous of men who live their lives without worry and who do not sense peril.
The letter in your hand you have written many times. You seal the letter, then rip the seal open. I have watched you, and often you repeat this act. Tears stream from your eyes. My lord Agamemnon, at times you seem to be on the verge of madness. I'm a loyal servant. Share your agony with me.
Listen to the silence, old man, then listen carefully to my story. The prophet Kea spoke to me about this frightening calm. He predicted that we would not be able to set sail and overthrow the land of Troy unless I made a sacrifice to the goddess Artemis. There would be utter ruin for me and my army unless I made this sacrifice. Listen carefully, old man, listen. The goddess Artemis will make the winds blow. If I sacrifice my daughter, Iphigenia, and victory will be mine. I would gain a great victory over Troy if I agreed, but I would never have the cruel strength to kill my own daughter. And yet, after hearing my brother Menelaus advise me to commit this horror, I wrote a letter to my wife, Clytemnestra, asking her to bring Iphigenia to this camp. I contrived the deception that Iphigenia was to marry Achilles, one of my officers, and that it would be a happy marriage for her. Now I know I did great wrong to send such a letter, and in my hand I have the truth, telling them not to come.
What does this letter say?
Clytemnestra, this letter brings you a different message. Do not send for Iphigenia to join me. Her marriage to Achilles has been postponed.
But will not Achilles be angry at having to postpone his wedding?
Achilles knows nothing of the marriage. I conceived the plan alone. Now, forget that your legs are old and quickly deliver this message to Clytemnestra before it is too late.
I will run all the way, my lord.
If you meet them on their way, convince them to turn back. Make them go back.
Yes, my lord.
Go, run. Help me out of my agony. My heart stands close to the brink of grief.
The shore and the waves do not speak. All is still. The birds have flown away, leaving behind silent air. Nothing moves on this day.
Menelaus, what you're doing goes against all conscience.
Remember, you are but a servant.
You have no right to stop me and open the letter.
The letter you carried brings evil and disaster all upon Greece.
Give me the letter.
Beware, servant, you speak too boldly.
I will not give up my right to that letter.
You do not cease your chatter. You'll feel the pain of this.
To die for my lord Agamemnon would be a good death.
Old man, you talk too much.
What is this brawl?
My lord Agamemnon, Menelaus took the letter by force and opened it. I could not stop him.
Why do you strike my servant?
I certainly have the right to speak before you listen to a servant. No, not until every Greek is read it.
You broke the royal seal, which you had no right to do.
For this secret plot, you will suffer.
Have you no shame to pry into my affairs?
None, for your mind is constantly shifting. Your plans change from day to day. Your mind is treacherous.
How I despise your smooth tongue.
Remember how eager you were to lead the Greek army against the city of Troy? Remember how you asked for my counsel. I encouraged you to follow the advice of the prophet Caucus and sacrifice Iphigenia to the goddess Artemis, so the Greek ship could sail. You agreed, remember? In pretext, you arranged for her to marry Achilles. Remember? Now your story is that you won't play a hand in your daughter's death? I groan for Greece. She is a ruler so weak and spineless.
Brother versus brother, it is a sad tale to tell. These ugly words are painful to hear.
You may choose madness, but I will keep my life decent and with honor.
Am I not your brother?
You are my brother only when you speak like a sane man.
Greece is in trouble, Agamemnon. Listen to the silence about you. Not a bird. The gods need and demand a sacrifice. As ruler, you should bear some of the harsh.
Some god has driven you mad.
Some, you're the king of Greece, but to me, a traitor.
Oh, Commander, out of all the armies of Greece, I run ahead the others to bring you the news. Your daughter, Iphigenia, and her mother, Clytemnestra, have arrived, and with them is your baby son, Orestes. I know that the light will fill your heart to see them again. Rumors are spreading about a wedding has been arranged for Iphigenia. People wonder who will be the bridegroom. Shall I announce the lute to be played and the dancing to commence? Will you and Menelaus begin the final hymn? Shall I fetch the bridegroom?
We are grateful for the safe arrival. Now go get some rest. This is the beginning of my disaster. Look at me, brother Menelaus, and see my face me. What counts to represent to my wife, Clytemnestra? She will soon discover that I'm the author of evil. Iphigenia will cry out, asking why her father is sending her to her death. Even the infant child, Orestes, will utter sounds that are meaningless in protest. I have fallen into a pit, out of which there is no escape.
We grieve over the king's misfortune.
You have won, Menelaus.
No, I withdraw all the words I said to you. My words were wittiness. It's an outrageous thought to sacrifice a daughter. My thoughts have changed, and again, we are brothers.
A worthy speech, Menelaus.
My faith is rejected you, brother. You have spoken worthy of yourself. Quarrels between brothers are loathsome, but I'm afraid we reach a fatal place, and there is no point of return.
I don't understand your words. No one can force you to sacrifice a daughter.
I suppose I could secretly return them home, but I doubt if I could keep the secret from the whole army.
You do wrong to fear them up so desperately. The army needs not know.
The prophet Caucus will see that everyone knows the intended sacrifice. These prophets are the curse of the earth. I feel myself quite helpless. Menelaus, take all precaution that Clytemnestra not discover my plan to sacrifice Iphigenia. And you, guard my plans well.
Many are the natures of man, various their manners of living, yet a straight path is always the right one.
Behold, here comes Queen Clytemnestra with her princess daughter, Iphigenia, holding her baby brother, Orestes.
Let us prepare to receive them.
Noble family of Agamemnon, welcome.
Gently and without clamor, we greet you.
It is a good omen to be greeted so kindly. I'm here to lead my daughter into a blessed marriage, and this is Orestes, Agamemnon's young son.
Agamemnon comes.
Most honored lord, we arrive at your command.
Seeing you again, dear father, I am happy.
You speak for both of us, Iphigenia, beloved daughter.
It was a wonderful thing you did bringing us here. Your brow is wearied, your eyes have no quiet within them. They are full of tears. Are you not glad to see us?
Soon, Iphigenia, there'll be a long parting to come for the both of us.
You speak in riddles, father. What is this long party you speak of? We just arrived.
IPHEGENIA, you will be leading me to go on a long journey.
Shall I go on this long journey alone, or my mother and young brother accompany me?
You will go alone, daughter.
Where are my new home, beloved father?
Ask too many questions. Now, go get some rest. Forgive my self-pity, but giving my child to Achilles in marriage makes my heart sad. Yes, there is also happiness, but it is still giving a daughter away.
I too am not unfeeling. When will the marriage to Achilles take place?
To bring them good luck, we shall wait till the moon is shining at its fullest. And I would like to add that I should give IPHEGENIA away.
Where shall I stay?
You will return home to take good care of Electra and Clytemnestra, our two younger daughters.
It is against all custom that the mother not look the wedding torch for her daughter.
I say it is wrong for you to stay.
It is the mother's right to be at her daughter's wedding.
It is wrong of a mother to leave her two unattended daughters at home.
You are very aware that they are well guarded and most safe.
My final words to you are to go.
No, you do your part at the wedding, and I shall stay to do my part.
I'm confounded. I become a conspirator against my own loved ones. Yes. I must go to the prophet Caucus to ask what will please the goddess Artemis the most, even though her wish might spell my doom.
Behold, here comes Achilles.
Where is Agamemnon? Tell him I'm here. Tell him that all Greece is ready to attack Troy.
I heard your voice, Achilles, and I greet you with much pleasure.
I do not know you.
Agamemnon is my husband, and you will soon marry our daughter, IPHEGENIA.
I do not understand your words. What marriage do you speak of? I have never courted your daughter, and neither has Agamemnon spoken to me of his planned marriage.
No, I do not understand you. Your words amaze me.
Let us try to solve this riddle together. Perhaps we both speak the truth.
I think the whole marriage has been a lie. I'm covered with shame in speaking to you.
Do not be overly concerned. Perhaps the gods are mocking us.
I am humiliated by this deception. Farewell. My eyes are too embarrassed to look upon your countenance.
I too, say farewell and go seek Agamemnon.
Do I have permission to speak?
Speak.
I've been loyal to you and to your children.
Yes, you've been a servant in our palace for many, many years.
I'm more loyal to you, Queen Clytemnestra, than to King Agamemnon.
Do not hesitate to present me with this mystery that you are guarding.
I tell you directly that King Agamemnon plans on killing your daughter with his own hand.
Out of your mouth comes the words of a crazed mind.
I speak the truth.
Why? Why? What horror has entered his mind to commit such a deed?
The prophet Caucus informed Agamemnon that Artemis will not allow the Greek fleet to sail unless he sacrifices IPHEGENIA. You know all the mystery now.
And the marriage was just a pretext to bring her here.
Yes.
Poor IPHEGENIA, I have escorted you to your death. I cannot hold back my tears.
Weep, my lady, weep.
Old servant, are you sure you speak the truth?
I was on my way with a second message from Agamemnon telling you not to come.
Why didn't you deliver the second message?
Boy Menelaus, he's the cause of all our ruin, for he tore the letter from my hand.
Do you hear this story, Achilles?
I hear the misery that has been inflicted upon you.
You were used to trick my daughter into coming here.
I shall reproach Agamemnon for his actions.
You are a demigod, Achilles, and I but a mortal. I cast myself at your knees to beg for your protection. True, the marriage plans were false. I brought my daughter to you in good faith. I implore you to raise your right hand in our defense. You are the child of the goddess. You are the only altar at which I can seek help.
Mothers possess a powerful spell when they fight to protect their children.
Your pride and anger lifts my soul. I shall make ready to bond with your arms. Your daughter, IPHEGENIA, will not die at the hands of your father. Be calm and comforted.
I sing your name in praise. Always will I praise you, Achilles. May the gods bless you for helping the unfortunate such as I.
Your words are worthy of you, Achilles.
I shall Listen to my plan. First you must speak to IPHEGENIA. First you must speak to Agamemnon. Tell her about his plan. Beseech Agamemnon not to kill IPHEGENIA. If he refuses to listen to your plea,
If I fail to change his mind, where can I find you?
like a sentinel, I shall be your man.
It shall be as you have spoken.
Poor IPHEGENIA, your head will wear a crown of sacrifice. Poor IPHEGENIA.
Woe the times when men push righteousness behind them.
Poor IPHEGENIA.
come. Bring Orestes with you.
Iphigenia, come. Your father wills it so.
Behold, Agamemnon. She is here. She is obedient.
Why are you crying, Iphigenia? Why do you not look at me? Why do your eyes search the ground? Why is there terror in your face?
Agamemnon, my husband and king, answer this question with the courage of a man.
Speak.
Do you intend to kill your child and mine?
What a vile question you ask!
Answer my question.
Your question is not a reasonable one.
Answer.
My secret has been betrayed.
Yes, I know all. I know fully your intention. Your refusal to answer directly the question is your confession to this horrible deed.
Lying would only add greater shame to my misfortune.
You would kill your daughter to win a war? Is your only thought to lead armies and win battles? Do not commit this sin. After you sacrifice a daughter, what prayers can you speak? Do you think the other children at home will greet you with smiles when you return from battle? Speak to me. Be wise, Agamemnon. Do not force me to become a woman of evil because of what you plan to do. Be wise and repent. Do not slaughter your daughter and mine.
Oh, child, you play a noble role.
Do not take away my life, Father. The sweetness of life is too precious to me. Father, look into my eyes and see my heart. See, even little Orestes begs you to spare my life. I beseech you.
Be merciful, Agamemnon.
I love my children, but it is terrible for me to dare this thing, and terrible for me not to dare it. It is the prophet Caucus who decreed your death, beloved daughter, not I. The Greek armies are maddened with desire to sail for Troy, and if I do not appease the goddess Artemis, the soldiers will kill us all. But you dare not change my mind. All of Greece forces upon me this sacrifice of you. We are weak against this force. O daughter, Greece turns to you and to me for help.
Iphigenia, your father has betrayed you and now has fled.
Oh, mother, the goddess Artemis has chosen me for sacrifice, and I shall be slain by my father's hands.
We pity you for your evil fate.
The whole army is shouting.
What are they shouting?
It is about Iphigenia. They insist she be sacrificed to the goddess Artemis.
And did you not attempt to save her as you vowed?
Yes, but I too am in danger.
What danger threatens you?
They threaten to stone me to death. Every soldier is turned against me. Even my own men will listen to reason.
Poor Iphigenia, all is lost now.
However, the soldiers say I become a slave to this false man.
The mob is a terrible, frightening thing.
However, I defended both.
You fight thousands of soldiers alone?
Mother, listen carefully to my words. Something has seized my heart and overwhelmed me. Mother, I want to die. I want to die for Greece gloriously. All of Greece turns her eyes to me and to me only. Through my sacrifice, the Greece fleet will sail, for Artemis will make the winds blow. Through my sacrifice, Greece will devastate Troy, for Artemis will make the winds blow. And the barbarians will no longer exist. As a savior of Greece, I will win honor, and many will be blessed throughout this country. Oh, Mother, you gave birth to me, not only for yourself, but for all of Greece. Oh, Mother, if the goddess Artemis seeks my death, who am I to disagree? Who am I to oppose her divine will? It is right that I be sacrificed.
Oh, child, you play a noble role.
Oh, daughter of Agamemnon, I envy you. I envy you because all of Greece has chosen you and has commanded you. Your soul is noble, Iphigenia. If you ever need help, call on me now.
Mother, do not weep for me. Do not make a coward of me.
What must I do but cry?
After I am dead, do not mourn for me.
Is not losing a daughter reason for mourning?
Mother, I am not lost but saved. I say goodbye to Anna, and for my wish for Orestes, my little brother, is that he grows into a strong man. And mother, do not hate my father. Your husband, against his will, sends me to be sacrificed. It is the will of the gods.
He is unworthy of the title king. Iphigenia, daughter, do not leave me.
Stop! I forbid you to have tears. Let us sing in honor of Artemis.
Friends, let's sing in honor of Artemis. Let us pray for good fortune.
There goes the girl with garlands on her hair and holy water upon her face.
There goes the girl who soon stained the altar of the murderous goddess with the gushing blood of her beautiful throat.
Go, young girl, your father's holy water, go with the sparkling water of your ancestral streams is waiting for you.
Go, young girl, your father's holy water is waiting for you.
Go, young girl, the Greek warriors are anxious to start off for Troy. Oh, dear goddess, blessed Artemis.
Agamemnon's spear see victory.
Let Agamemnon place a crown upon the head of Greece, and let him be crowned in turn.
Let Agamemnon's name live forever in glory.
Oh, dear goddess Artemis. Blessed Artemis.
Never will your glory fade away. Never, never.
O glorious day, to another world I soon go. Beloved day, farewell.
Look at the girl who walked to the altar of death.
All hail to the goddess Artemis.
All hail Artemis. Greece will be crowned with victory.
with some entertainment for you. So we will have the musicians play again, but right now we would love to have some of our actors come out and tell some Greek jokes just to lighten it up a little bit. So are you guys ready?
I apologize for bad puns about Greek gods. I wish Medusa would stop objectifying people. My lack of knowledge about Greek mythology will always be my Achilles elbow. My friend says she plays a Greek stringed instrument. I think she's a liar. So funny. That Greek dog is always fancying a bark lava. Why did Zeus get a parking ticket?
Why?
We forgot to put money in Demeter. So goofy. So goofy. Wonders never Greece to amaze me. So funny. Why would Prometheus make a good mailman? Because it's a job with a lot of delivering.
You guys don't get any of these jokes, do you?
You guys stay on.
You guys are welcome. Good evening. It was from here that Agamemnon, leader of men, set sail with 1,000 ships for Troy. Warlord Ares filled his sails with the heart of his men. Then when he killed Priam, the king of Troy, and captured the splendid city of Dardanus, he came back here to Argos and graced its high temples with all the spoils he tore away from the barbarians.
But though fate was with him in the battlefield, here, back home, in the halls of his own palace, he wasn't so fortunate. His wife, Clytemnestra, and her lover, Aegisthus, trapped him with a treacherous net and murdered him.
So now, Aegisthus, he now rules with Queen Clytemnestra, Agamemnon's wife and mother to Orestes.
Electra and Chrysanthemum. As for Orestes, his father's old suitor stole him away to be raised at Paphos.
The girl, though Electra by name, stayed behind in her father's palace, and when the tender youthful age bloomed within her, suitors from the whole of Hellas came seeking her hand in marriage. These were men of the house caliber, noblemen. Aegisthus, however, was terribly afraid that if Electra married one of these noblemen, she might bear a son who one day might try and avenge her father's murder. So he kept her at home, taking away the opportunity for her to marry any of these noblemen.
But this, too, was an unsatisfactory solution, because there was an even greater danger that she might bear children to some nobleman in secret. So, Aegisthus then thought of killing her, but her mother, even though she was a cruel woman, saved her from his treacherous hands. You see, so far as her murder of Agamemnon was concerned, she felt she had some adequate excuse, seeing that she had sacrificed her daughter, Iphigenia, to Artemis, goddess of the wild. But to kill her children was something even she did not want to do.
Ah, but here comes Orestes now.
Now, Orestes, son of Agamemnon, how many years have you been longing to see the place where you are standing now? Here is the place where your sister Electra saved you as a baby, when your mother and uncle ended your father, Agamemnon's life. It was I who carried you away at your sister's orders the day your father died. I took you to safety, looked after you all these years, and brought you up to manhood. Now you must avenge your father's death.
Faithful old friend and servant, your devotion to me is beyond question. Now, listen, I'll tell you what I've decided to do. And as you listen, take offense to whoever seems amiss. When I went to the oracle to discover how I might best avenge my father's death, the gods answered, give those who killed equal share of their just deserts. My plan is for you to enter the palace and discover the current being of the people who live there. Their eyes should not recognize you, for the years have wrinkled your skin and cheated your hair with much silver. Spin a tale of how Orestes died or something, and give your oath that is true. I promise from a poor death I shall rise again like a new meteor to dazzle my enemies. Hear my prayers, O gods, house of my fathers, receive me of your blessings. I come to purify and purge. Give me my possessions, give me my birthright. Let me rebuild my father's fallen house. No more words for such as a prayer. My friend, you should go. Go to your task, for now is the time. It's time to set umpire of all human affairs.
Listen, Orestes, a cry of bitter grief.
This sound reawakens my memory. Could it be the cry of my eldest sister Electra? Let's wait to hear again.
No, let us not delay our leave. Let us stick to our original plan, lest we meet ruin.
O sky that is earth's canopy, each night that dies with dawn, I bring my sad songs here. You count how many tears I shed for my lost father. My father, my poor father, my mother and her new husband Aegisthus have taken you from me. Never shall I cease from dirge and sad lament, never, never.
O ye gods who see all things, come to my aid. Send my brother Orestes back to me, for I can no longer sustain this grief alone.
Child of a sinful mother, why are you wasting your life in unceasing despair? Your father, Agamemnon, died long ago.
Gentle-hearted women, I know you come to comfort me in my sorrow, but I cannot change or cease to mourn for my father. Leave me, let me weep.
You cannot call him back from the hands of death. Must you still cling to misery?
I'm feeling the mind and hard the heart of one who could forget a father slain.
Your heavy burden of grief carried alone. Your sister, Chrysothemis, lives within the palace in peace and is not tired of life. And your brother, Orestes, though in exile, awaits his triumph return to the land of Argos.
Year after year, I wait for him. He's on his way. I know he's on his way. But only disappointment arrives for me.
Zeus, the king in the heavens, sees all, Electra. Take comfort. Time has power to heal all wounds.
Half my life is wasted away in hopeless waiting. Sorry. I'm alone and my strength will soon be gone. Oh gods of our fathers, make retribution fall upon my mother Clytemnestra and her new husband Aegisthus.
Be wise, Electra, and say no more.
Leave me. My ills are past remedy. Never shall I cease from dirge and sad lament.
We shall always be here if you call.
I'm sorry to always be complaining. Forgive me. But what woman would not cry to heaven if she saw a father suffering such outrage? My mother has become my bitterest enemy. What happiness do you think I feel when I see a justice sitting upon my father's throne and wearing my father's robes? My cry is for Orestes to come and put an end to all of this.
Is it justice gone from home that you speak so boldly?
I would not dare venture out if he were near. He's visiting another city.
Then perhaps I might be more bold myself and speak with you more freely.
Justice is not here, so say what you will.
What news about your brother, Orestes? Is he coming, or do we wait in vain?
He promises, but his promises come to nothing.
So great enterprise is not done so quickly.
Yeah, I was quick enough when I saved him.
Take heart, Electra. He's a good man and brave. He will not desert you.
If I did not believe so, I would have died long ago.
Hush, say no more. Chrysothemis, your sister, comes.
Electra, why have you come again outside the house ready to talk? Have you not learned to restrain your useless anger? My sorrow is as deep as yours. I choose to bow before the sovereign mother and stepfather, for I am powerless. Oh yes, what you think is right, and yet I submit or lose all liberty.
To forget your father slain and take your mother's part is shameful. Shameful! I will not yield to them for all the trinkets, luxuries, and delicate food that give you such pleasure. It is enough for me to eat the garbage they fling at me. You might be known as Agamemnon's child, but the world calls you Clytemnestra's daughter. Everyone knows you for what you are, a traitor to the memory of your father.
Do not quarrel. Each of you can help the other.
I am well accustomed to her tirades, but I speak to warn my sister of the dangers close to her. They plan to enter long complaints.
What punishment can they inflict upon me, worse than the pain I have now?
I'll tell you everything I know. They're determined to place you in a dark dungeon if you do not cease your wailing. A dungeon so deep you'll never see the sun again. So think on this and be prudent.
Is this decided then?
It is decided the moment Aegisthus returns.
Let them do what they will.
Are you mad? Do you choose to suffer so?
Yes, to escape from the sight of all of you.
Will you not listen and let me persuade you?
Never.
Let us say no more. I leave you now and continue with my errand.
Where are you going with those offerings?
I am to bring them to our father's tomb. Our mother sent me.
She who killed him is making offerings to him?
She had a dream that frightened her.
Fate often hangs upon a word or two, speak the tale.
In a dream, our mother saw her father return to life and stand beside her. She saw him take the scepter from Odysseus and place it on the altar, where it burst into leafy bloom, casting a shadow upon the house.
None of her offerings must touch that tomb. Cast them away. How can you think our father could accept such a tribute from the fiend who killed him? Instead, give the memory of our father a lock of hair, one of yours and one of mine for token. Kneel to him and pray that he himself come back from the dead to befriend us.
Your sister speaks from the heart. Follow her bidding.
Do it, I will, but keep it secret. If Clytemnestra hears of this, I shall pay dearly for this enterprise.
This dream perhaps speaks with the voice of justice. O gods, smile upon this house that has seen so many years of shame and misery.
Be quiet. Here comes Queen Clytemnestra.
Wandering on your own, Electra, now that Aegisthus is away, you spread evil tales about me, saying that I am cruel and unjust. You say I caused your father's death. This I do not deny. But do you ever ask why? Why? Ask me why. This father of yours whom you're always mourning sacrificed a child of mine, a sister of yours. He sacrificed my child to the gods. Who gave him the right to sacrifice a daughter of mine? Yes, I killed your father. And if you think me wrong, correct your own mistakes before you sunshine.
Who could admit anything more foul than the killing of my father? It was with great anguish that he sacrificed his daughter to the goddess Artemis. Remember his reason for doing so. Artemis was annoyed that father had killed a stag in the sacred forest, and she controlled the wind so that father's fleet could not sail to Troy and back home again. Against his will, and with much resistance on his part, he made that painful sacrifice. But what right you had to kill him? Under what law? You and your new husband, Augustus, thus enforce upon me a life of misery. Go, denounce me in the public. Call me vile, brutal, infilial, impudent. If I am all of these things, I'm your true daughter.
Electra is so furious that she is beyond all caring whether she be right or wrong.
Look how she so brazenly sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
Deep breath. You got it, you got it.
Look how she so brazenly insults her mother. Is there anything she will not stoop to? She has no shame at all.
I'm ashamed of what I do, of course, but your wickedness sets an example for me. Evil in one breeds evil in another.
I swear by the goddess Artemis that when Aegisthus returns, you will be punished for his insolence.
Make your offerings to the gods. My words shall trouble you no longer.
I lift up the fruit offerings to the god Apollo as I pray. O God, Apollo, if there be any who plot in secret to wrest from me the wealth I now enjoy, frustrate them. Let me have royal power until it...
Girl, please.
I'm so sorry.
Just do it. Go, go, go.
Save me from harm, God Apollo. Graciously grant me all desires.
Shave and a haircut. Two fits.
Is this the house of King Aegisthus?
You have made no error. This is it.
And this lady, the wife of the king?
She is indeed the queen.
Greetings to your majesty. I am the bearer of joyous tidings for you and King Aegisthus.
If the news is joyous, then the message will be frank. Speak.
It is a brief message. Orestes is dead.
Oh no, this is death to me.
What, sir? Take no count of her.
As I said, Orestes is dead. Orestes? Dead? This is the end for me.
Be silent. What was the manner of his death, stranger?
I will tell you all. Orestes was in Delphi to compete in the Olympic Games as a chariot driver. To begin with, all went well with every chariot, and how they cheered him on as his horse and chariot took the lead. The crowd sensed he was to be the victor, and in unison screamed, Orestes, son of Agamemnon! Orestes, Orestes, Orestes. But then, in a fatal moment, his left chariot wheel grazed a pillar. The axle shaft snapped, and Orestes was flung headlong and entangled in the reins. 2 men will soon deliver to an urn filled with his ashes. Such is my sad story.
The name of Orestes is blotted out forever. The ancient line of Argive kings has reached its end in calamity.
Oh, Zeus, is this news happy or bitter? What bitterness, if I must lose a son to save my life?
I did not think you would grieve so much at the hearing of my news.
A mother never truly hates her child.
I see my message was a thankless one.
No, not thankless. You have brought me positive proof that he is dead. Now, I am free. Free of all fear of him. Since he has left this house, he has charged me with his father's death. In each hour that passes, casts over me the shadow of my death. But now, I'm free of all of his threats. And without Orestes, Electra's threats are harmless. No longer will her shrill voice utter ugly warnings. I may now live in peace.
My poor Orestes, and your mother exulting in her death. Can this be justice?
Justice is done to him, but not yet to you.
Goddess of vengeance, hear me!
She has heard already and has spoken.
Your time will come.
Who will silence me? You and Orestes?
Then I may return to my city, now that all is settled?
Back home? No, come inside as a guest. And leave this wine to wail her sorrows, and her brothers too.
Orestes, you're dead. But your mother laughs a sneer she left for you. I now have no brother, no father, alone. Where can I turn to? My beloved champion Orestes? Alas, I must return to bondage to those whom I hate the most. Those who killed my father. Can this be justice? No, I'll never set foot into their palace again. Let them come and kill me, for that would be a kindness. I want to die.
O Zeus, mighty Zeus, where are your thunderbolts to destroy the evil that ensnares this house? My daughter, do not weep.
Who can avenge Agamemnon now? There is no peace. Let me be.
Your fate is hard and cruel.
Year after year of bitter grief.
We have seen your tears.
I come in great haste to bring you sweet news, good news, joyful news. My news will cure all your woes and sorrows.
What cure could you have to remedy my afflictions? My afflictions have grown past remedy.
Orestes has returned. Truly counted out when he is here.
Are you mad? Are you so cruel as to mock my calamity?
I am not mocking you. Our father's memory is here.
You're living in a dream world, my sister.
Is this not the best news I bring you?
Leave me.
I saw the freshly cut lock of Orestes' hair.
The truth is very different than your fanciful thinking.
Orestes is dead.
This cannot be.
Yes, a messenger came and told us. He's being made welcome by our mother who smiles.
This fills us with dismay.
Chrysothemis, we too are alone. So let us stand together. Listen to my plan.
Together we could be brave enough to take revenge on injustice, the one who brought doom to our father. Listen to my plan, Orestes. Chrysothemis, I mean? Listen to my plan. Please.
What can you be thinking of? Such utter recklessness. How weak we are. How strong our foes. Keep your rage in check before bringing destruction upon both of us. Without Orestes, we must yield to those in power.
Prudence and caution are things worth having in this life.
I must do the deed myself. I admire your caution, but I despise your spirit. Away with you. You're of no help to me at all. Now go and tell your mother everything you just heard.
Give up this folly. Be advised by me.
There's nothing worse than bad advice.
Can I say nothing you'll accept?
No.
Discord within, dividing sister from sister. Electra, bathed in an ocean of tears. She is like a bird in the night that cries in inconsolable grief.
Ladies, can you help me reconcile the house of Priestess?
You have found it.
Would you kindly inform them within the house that we have arrived?
She might best do such an errand, for she is nearest of kin.
Tell them we come with the ashes of Persephone.
It's just what I feared. Light weight for you, but heavy grief for me.
You grieve, for I know what's happened to Orestes.
Let me hold the urn in my hands and weep. Weep over the ashes of my brother.
Give it to her, and let her hold it. Know that she's a friend and member of the family.
Orestes, my darling brother, you're dead, but your mother laughs a sneer she left for you. I now have no father, no brother. Where can I turn? Where can I turn to? Our Lord Champion Orestes? I don't know. I'm really sad that he died.
Your father Agamemnon died, so shall we all.
Remember, Electra, all that is mortal dies.
My silence stifles me. What can I say?
Why do you speak so strangely?
Are you the princess? Could you be Electra?
To my sorrow, I am.
Treated so harshly with such dishonor.
Sir, why do you gaze at me and speak so sadly?
The sight of all your suffering.
What you see is nothing. Compared to what evil lurks within that house, my suffering is nothing.
I'm one who truly shares your sorrow.
The one I had is dead. In this urn are his ashes.
Are these our friends? Can I speak so their ears can hear?
They will not betray you.
Give me the urn out of divulge all.
No, do not be so cruel as to take my beloved away from me.
I cannot let you keep it. I insist you hand me the urn.
My poor Orestes, I may not even bury you.
You speak too harshly. This is no time to talk of funeral.
Is it wrong for me to mourn the death of my brother?
Those are not the ashes of your brother.
What are you saying?
I'm saying the truth.
He lives?
As I live.
You? You are Orestes?
Look, Father Singing, do you believe me now?
Oh, light of heaven, oh day of happiness!
It is indeed.
Women of Argos, look! Look upon my brother Orestes! Dead by Artemis, and by that Artemis restored to me.
We see, Electra, and to see your happiness brings tears of joy to our eyes.
Oh, son of Agamemnon, you found me. You've come to your sister.
We must be prudent. Line, please. Sorry. Continue your joy in silence, for they may overhear us within the house. Say little of the occasion until it gives you leave.
Who can be silent at your homecoming?
We must be prudent. There's danger in too much happiness.
My happiness is overflowing. Women of Argos, Orestes has come home.
You reckless fools! Can you not see that you are standing on the brink of deadly danger? Your plans may well come into the palace before you. Stop your jubilation. Delay is now fatal.
remember him now?
Ah, dearest friend, to you the house of Agamemnon owes a great deal. You are the only one remaining loyal after the death of my father. I call you father, for to me you are a father. Say no more. I beseech you. Okay. There will be many days and nights when you may tell all. One word with you, Orestes and Pallades. This is your moment. She is alone. There are no guards near her. Do not delay.
Pallades, the hour has come. The gods have opened the door to the house of Agamemnon to avenge his death.
Oh, Apollo, Apollo, I beseech you, hear my words, come to our aid. Show mankind what chastisement the gods can inflict upon those who practice wickedness.
There go the hunters into the palace. They are hounds on the trail of the evildoers. Soon there will be a fulfillment.
Women of Argos, listen, listen, women. Soon there will be silence. Listen in silence.
Why have you come out, Electra?
To give warning if a justice arrives.
Help! Help! Death is upon me! A justice, where are you? Help! Help!
Do you hear?
The cry for vengeance is at work. Here they come after taking their revenge, and who condemns?
Not I, not I.
The gods have spoken. No longer shall you feel your mother's cruelty.
Beware, justice is returning.
Leave all to me, leave all to me, go.
Go back to the house. Greet him in a friendly manner, so that he will not suspect the retribution that awaits him.
They tell me that some visitors have arrived with the news of the death of Orestes. You must know something about the matter. Speak! What have you heard?
Of course I know. I loved Orestes.
Where's these visitors to be found?
They're in the palace. They've won their way to Clytemnestra's heart.
Is the body of Orestes to be seen?
You'll see his body.
Then let the doors of the palace be open. People of Argos, look upon this body and realize I am master of this state. Turn back the shroud and let me see the face of Orestes.
You should lift the veil to make your last farewell.
So I will. Call Clytemnestra to witness my final words to Orestes.
She will arrive soon.
Ah! Oh gods, what is this? What trap have you set for me?
You cannot kill the living from the dead.
You are Orestes. No, you have come to kill me. Let me speak.
Let him say nothing. Nothing worse than his life can contribute to the evil he has done.
Enter the palace.
Why must I go in there?
I give the orders. Your life shall end on the spot where you killed my father.
Must this place see more sorrow, death upon death?
This palace shall see your death. Time is passing. Enter.
Lead the way.
You go first.
Afraid I'll cheat you?
Lawless men must pay with their lives.
Your sufferings are ended at last. Once again, the house of Agamemnon is free.
and I am so proud of these kids, so please give them another applause.
And let's also give a hand for Miss Holly because
All right, so they're going to go down. If you want to take a picture of them in their costume, we'll turn the lights on, and then they need to go down and hang up your costume. Thank you.